Hello everyone. Today I will discuss about the AWS VPC and what I will need to discuss AWS VPC, how to create AWS VPC, what is private and public subnet, what is internet gateway, net gateway, route table, private route table, public route table, network ACL, access control list, right? And security group and EC2. I will discuss uh, all these things with including the lab, right? I will tell you what is the private public subnet or what is the use along with the all level of the interview question as per my experience level so far. And I will assure you this entire lab will be a very beneficial for beginners, and second lab will come this, right, this topics, third lab this, and fourth lab this. I will create this, and fifth lab this is the scenario. So let's start. So basically this is the AWS VPC I have created as per my best diagrammatic skill, and I will help you all interviews level and all these things. So let's discuss what is the VPC, right? VPC is a networking architecture if you are going to deploy any resources. So what is the networking mean? IP level of the architecture, right? I would say that IP need to be provided by the VPC, and how they will interact and all these things. I do not want to go much more. So IP, how to get IP, like it's a private subnet and public subnet. So these two subnet I will create, public subnet and private subnet. And subnet need to be attached with route tables, like private route table and public route table. And what is the internet gateway? Internet gateway means, like if you want to launch any EC2 instance, I will go entire complete lab. Okay, so it will be a lengthy video, so please be patient. And what is, like, if you are going to launch any EC2 instance in a subnet, okay, so subnet need to be attached with route table, okay, and route table has a entry internet gateway. I will show you. And which route table has a entry with internet gateway? That is called public subnet. Public subnet means which has direct internet access. I will show you. Okay, just need to understand this, right? This one. Okay, I think my cursor is showing this. So public subnet, who has internet access or how we get the internet access? Public route table. Public route table has the public subnet. This subnet need to be attached, and this route table has an internet gateway. I will create internet gateway in front of you. Okay, so this is the concept. Public and private means this, right? If anyone asks what is the public subnet, what is the public subnet in the AWS? So that means who has the internet access, which subnet has an internet access, and route table has internet gateway directly. Okay, so people will say how subnet has access. So subnet need to be attached with public route table, and public route table had a route as an internet gateway. I will show you. This will be a private subnet. Which subnet doesn't have a directly internet access? I mean directly we cannot attach internet gateway, right? IGW. Okay, this is the main difference in private and public subnet. How we will provide internet access, I will show you. I will launch an EC2 instance. I will add security group. I will add network ACL, net gateway, and interview question. So that is interview part. What is different is public and private subnet. Okay, that is public subnet has internet access. How? Because public subnet attached with route table, public route table, or public route table had an entry of internet gateway. I will show you. Private route table, we do have a private route table. With private route table we attached with private subnet, and this doesn't have any internet gateway entry. So inside this we cannot access the internet, but directly. But alternate way, if you want to access internet, so we can attach NAT gateway, okay, with private subnet route table. Okay, so through this we can get, I will show you. So what is the difference between we are getting internet access through NAT gateway and internet gateway, right? Like NAT gateway need to be launched in public subnet. Okay, this is a netting. This is called netting. Okay, basically if you want to access internet, so in private subnet you have to attach NAT gateway, and if this is the public subnet, so you need to attach a route with the public route table. Okay, and what is the difference? In NAT gateway itself created in public subnet, and this request will go by the netting, network address translation. Okay, so I will not go for network address translation. And what is the security group? Okay, security group, if you want to allow a specific port for any EC2 instance, so we can create security group. I will show you complete practical. Network access control list. Network access control list, if you want to deny something at subnet level, okay, so that is called like subnet level means whatever the resource is going to launch in subnet, all denied, yeah, all allowed. So that is a different of the difference between access control list and subnet, or access control list and security group. Security group is specific to a instance, but network access control list is specific to a subnet, right? Subnet and instance I will show you. Okay, NAT gateway, I have explained what is the interview question and all. Like security group is stateless or stateful. This is being asked by the interviewer. Access control list, what, how we can restrict traffic over the subnet level. So that is called access control list. This is also being asked. How security group is stateless or stateful. This is also, and how this will work. Okay, so let us start our lab. So what we need to create, first AWS VPC, and then public subnet and private subnet, public route table, private route table, and internet gateway. So let's complete this part first. Guys, it will be a like lengthy video. Okay, so be patient, and I will cover as per my experience everything. If you like this video, kindly do share and subscribe. Like and share and subscribe, it will be more beneficial. So there are two VPC already created. Okay, but we need to create a new VPC. So let's start. Create a VPC. Okay, so this is like my, what is the lab VPC. Okay, VPC lab. Okay, VPC, because my all video will come this VPC as well. Okay, so I will not delete this, right? VPC, what is the CIDR subnet range for the VPC? I hope you guys understand, but I will tell you, this is networking part. So I know which is 16, 24-bit, 27, 28. So this is the networking part, but I will show you 5.0.16. Okay, this is the VPC CIDR range. Okay, so we have these type of this. So VPC CIDR block, so no IPv6 I do not want. 10 tenancies default and dedicated. Okay, and what is the tenancy rate? You can run instance in your VPC single tenant and dedicated tenant. Okay, select default to ensure instance launch in the VPC. Use the tenancy attribute specific to this. So tenancy, it's like default and dedicate. Okay, this will you can go through more. Okay, so I'm just going to create. Just hold. So I have entered, right? So this is my VPC range 10.5.0. Basically, we do have a subnetting in 16 network and host bit. So I think I have entered this value to, okay. So let's create. Okay, this is created. And what is this? VPC lab. And what we need to create next, this is the plane, right? VPC we have created, this VPC, like this VPC we have created, sorry, it is coming, VPC is created, VPC lab. Now we need to create public subnet, private subnet. This is the way of the sequence way to create, right? Okay, so this is VPC is created, right? And now we need to create, just need to focus this range, okay, and accordingly we will give the subnet, right? Okay, just go to the subnet. Basically I have lot created. So we need to create, we need to select VPC. So this is our VPC lab. And what is the subnet name? Public subnet hyphen, just a second, public subnet hyphen lab. Okay, because I need to create as per the diagram. Availability zone, if you want like no preference, otherwise it is fine. But what is the CIDR block? So that is the subnet where our resource need to be. But IPv4 CIDR block, let me do just just a second. And 10.5.1.0/24. Okay, so this is this range, and how many IP is this range? Is the 256, it is showing, right? Okay, available IPs, right? So that is our VPC CIDR. Okay, I hope you understood. This is our VPC CIDR. So this need to be created. Public subnet lab, I think I will create, that's why I'm more monitoring. Okay, I will create all labs, else lab. So this is based on this, right? Video. So there will be no typo error. Create. Public subnet lab is created. And what the next need to be created? Private subnet. Okay, let's go for the private subnet, and I will show you. This is the one. Okay, from 10.251 IP will be available total IP, this range 256, but we cannot use 5 IPs. This is also an interview question, like how many IPs we can use in a subnet. So simply say 5 IPs is reserved, one some for multicasting and routing, right? And to only whatever the range, subnet range had a total IP is 256, like this subnet range. Okay, 256 available IP, but we can use only 251. 5 IPs is reserved. This is okay. So this is also asked by the interviewer. Now next we are going to create private subnet. So we are here, right? I have copied this private subnet lab. Okay, I am not giving any preference. Basically I will give now US East 1A because public is 1B. I hopefully I remember. Then 10.5.2.0/24. So this is 2256 IP inside this range. Okay, so you need to create, and again we can use 251. This is available IP address, right? And I think one more, no, one more thing people will ask, if we are going to launch any subnet, any instance into the subnet, right? This is also attribution. Like if you want to launch any subnet in this, right? So there will no public IP. Public IP means like if you're going to launch, so they have some public IP, directly we can use this, because if IP coming through this, that is a private IP. Okay, public IP is like which is publicly notable. I will show you, right? So we can enable public IP if edit a specific subnet. So edit, enable and disable. By default is disable. Okay, so that is the auto assign IP setting. Okay, this is also been asked. And host name type IP name or resource name. Okay, host name automatically created inside the server, right? So this is IP name and host name. Okay, this is also being asked. Okay, for beginner and as well as L1 L2s, right? Okay guys, hope you like this video, and kindly do like, share and subscribe. I would request you only. And let me little bit explain about the public subnet parameters, right? Okay, that is like subnet ARN. This is the resource ARN name. State is available, IPv4 UST East 1B. Okay, 251 IP is available. And here you see no network access control list. I will discuss entire this, right? Okay, I have to launch an EC2 instance as well. Host name is IP name, right? Okay, and auto assign public IP is no. Okay, so these are the part of the subnet details, right? And this is the route table. There was error in loading route table yet not created, so that's why it's not coming, right? Network ACL, there was an error loading network ACL. CIDR. Okay, sharing. And one more, like let me hold for a moment and I'll explain. So far guys, we have created public and private subnet. This is public subnet, this is private subnet. Now we are going to create route tables, right? Public route table, private route table. Okay, so this is the process, AWS architecture process to create, how to create VPC subnet and all, right? Okay, this is the defined process. Okay, if you are going to move any infrastructure from on-prem to AWS, so you have to create first VPC. So that is also useful. And how we will create, so let's start. Public route, as I already said, public route table had a entry of public subnets. Private route table had a entry, had a not entry, it's a association with private subnet. And which route table had a internet gateway, that is called public route table. And which subnet associated with public route table had a direct internet access. I will show you practically. Okay, so let's create private and public subnet, sorry, private and public route table. So this is the next step. VPC done, subnet done, route table. Okay, let's create a route table, like public route table lab. Which VPC? VPC lab. Hope you got it guys. And there is nothing like this, right? This is created, route table is created. Okay, let me show you a little bit about this brief. Route table ID, main no, explicit main no, I will explain. Owner ID, it's account ID, right? And VPC. By default this is local, right? One route already added by default, right? And this is active, target is local, so internally we can communicate, right? That means like this, right? Okay, if there is no route, so we can communicate internally. Just allowing each other, right? Subnet association, we did not associate any subnet, so to whom this, which subnet need to be attached? Okay, if this is the, what is the name of this route table? Public route table. So what subnet need to be attached? Public subnet. If we attach private subnet na, so private subnet naming is private but it will become the public. Okay, so this is the naming convention. Okay, I'm just creating one more private like private route table, which VPC lab, create a private route table. It has also a same, initially all it will come also the same level of the configuration, nothing like that. Subnet association, edge association, route propagation and tag. Okay, route propagation as and routes, right? Okay, so what I told you, subnet need public subnet need to be attached with route public route table. Okay, let's attach as per our video. This is route table, this I need to attach to, and one more thing I think I forget, route only we do have, right? I told you na, internet gateway need to be attached with public route table, then only it will become public subnet. Public subnet means directly internet we can access inside the resources, that is called. And how we can get directly, if internet gateway route attached with public route table and public route table had the public subnet, so we are coming on the same point. Okay, so what we need to route we will add further, I mean later on. Okay, and now we need to attach subnet. So subnet without, let me then edit subnet association. Okay, this subnet we need to attach, save association. Okay, how it will coming? Okay, I think we did one little bit changes. Okay, I think just hold for a moment. Okay guys, this is the subnet association, we have done that. Okay, and with public route table, right? Now we need to attach the private route table, subnet association, going, edge association. So we need to attach only private. Okay, and save association. Okay, so this is private route table and this is private route table. Okay, with private route table we are attaching private subnet, and there is nothing like no subnet is available, right? We have created two subnet and two both are attached with private and public route table. Hope we are clear with this till now. Internet gateway we will attach next. Okay, but we need to create a one security group as well. Okay, so and security group net gateway EC2 instance. Now we need to launch an EC2 instance. Okay, and one more thing we need to attach, and this is the subnet. Actually we want to edit this subnet action, edit subnet, because public enable auto assign public IP I have enabled for this, right? Okay, this is the setting enabled. Now if we are going to launch any EC2 instance, so we are going to launch EC2 instance, right? Okay, I hope this up to this it is clear. If you like this, kindly do not skip. Like, I would request, if you are a L1 beginner and all, right, usually we are supporting in the production, uh, these things already created. Okay, so usually we do not get a chance to create. If you like this video, kindly do share and subscribe. If you like and subscribe, that would be great. Now we are going to, what is the security group, network ACL, net gateway. So we need to first launch the EC2 instance. Okay, so we are going to launch Linux, and I will show you. And let's go for EC2 instance. I will I think I'm trying to, okay, no issues. And we missed one thing, right? And I'm asking you the same thing. Something I missed, internet gateway, right? So basically, I had a one internet gateway already. This is a default. Okay, I would need to create lab internet gateway. Internet gateway, it's a IGW, we can say, or hyphen LAB. Okay, I would need to create a one internet gateway. Okay, I was like something like okay, I have missed something. Okay, okay, so what we need to do, this internet gateway need to be attached with VPC. Okay, so attached to VPC. Okay, VPC lab, and one more, it's a command line as well. Okay, if you want to do, so you can learn AWS EC2 attach internet gateway hyphen hyphen VPC ID, internet gateway ID, and the region. Okay, this need to be written, right, from the Linux command, Linux server and all, right, you need to attach. So if internet gateway is not attached, so this is not attached, this is not, message is not coming. Now it's attached with a VPC. How we can say, this is the VPC ID. Okay, this is a test. And now we are going to launch EC2 instance, and still we attach this internet gateway with VPC, and our still concern, this IGW does still not attached with public route table. Okay, only internet gateway. This IGW does not add any we haven't add any public route with IGW. Okay, I will show you. Let me show the difference. Okay, what the difference? Okay, how internet working, connectivity, and all, right. This is also, okay, we have launched the EC2 instance. Okay, web server 01, Amazon Linux. I am going to select. This is the 2023 retire AMI. You need to attack 64 and verified provider. Instance type T2 micro and T2 small. T2 series, I'm just going for the lab. Okay, and you can say all generation. So we do not want like compare instance type and all, right, you can see. And this is also learning perspective is good, right. App server key, I hope app server key we do have, right. Let me check first it is available. So finally I found the app server key, right. So I hope this is each two instance and all, right. A networking section, we just need to edit which network, which lab, VPC, subnet. Which subnet we need to launch, because internet accessible we do have, so we can get the remote, right, SSH. Okay, so we need to launch in public subnet, and auto assign enable here itself, right, we can disable, and subnet level itself, and create a security group. So I think we need to create in front of the security group, right. This is the security group. I create VPC lab hyphen sg. Lab hyphen sg means security group, sg hyphen lab. Okay, sg hyphen lab. Which VPC we are going to create? VPC lab, which is already created. Do we need to add any inbound? There is, if you are going to create any security group, there is no inbound rule. Like inbound rule I will explain, so I am not adding, but by default outbound is all port allowed, okay, in the AWS. So create a security group. Okay, yeah, I got it. This, my lab SG. So this is learning for me. AWS 7 year experience ki we cannot start high SG. Okay, after 7 years I came to know this, right? Usually I did not do that SG hyphen. Okay, so this security group, there is no inbound role, default inbound role already in place, right? So let's see, let's going for this. So need to be a test existing. Okay, it is a create. This is no, we are not going to create default, we are going to select. So my lab SG is available. Okay, this is available, there is no inbound access. I will show you how inbound and access, okay, work, right? Already we have allowed. Okay. And inside the network interface you need to provide secondary IP. Okay, manually assign. If you want to provide manually, you can provide from the same subnet. Okay, but we do not need. As for now, delete on termination. If you are going to launch any EC2 instance, this is coming EC2 instance, delete or termination. Because if you are going to terminate EC2 instance, so delete on termination, yes, but we are not going to select. This is by default I am assigning 8 GB root volume. Okay, and advanced details, domain join. If you are a domain join, right, your, so you need to IAM instance. If you are going to attach any role, so IAM instance profile we can attach host name, IP and resource. By default, if you are going to create subnet, now I show you at the start of this video IP and host name. So by default is IP, but if you can select here, so this is independent. Let's see, the resource name will come. This is the web server 01. Okay, instance auto recovery default, and this disable. Shutdown behavior is stop, not terminate. Okay, by default is stop. And termination protection, this is also, if you can enable, so you cannot be disabled, you cannot be terminate this EC2 instance directly. Okay, so I'm not going to select anything. Stop protection, we do have a stop protection as well, right now. CloudWatch mount monitoring, elastic credit placement group, right? If I'm not explain anything now, so you can search by the, and if you can comment inside this video, so I will explain. If you have any question, I'm just a comment away. Just need to, I'm not going to explain this inside this video. Metadata accessible enabled and disabled, so you can use, you can search EC2 metadata accessible with v2 only token version. Okay, this is DevOps perspective, it's a very good question, right? And select enable tags in metadata, what does that mean? Disable tags in metadata, what does that mean? If you want to install any script, like I want to install yum install Apache server httpd -y, okay, and I would like to system ctl, I want systemctl Apache httpd start. Okay, okay, these two Apache server need to be installed and start of the service, right? Okay, this is the user data. And we would need to here, if you want to launch multiple instance, so you can do two and one, right? But I want one. This is the Amazon EMI T2 Micro firewall, and security group we can use firewall as well, right? Okay. For the EC2 instance, okay. If you are attaching any EC2 instance, sorry, security group, any resources, so it we can call, right, firewall as well. So what we need to allow, what we need to allow. So you see the all these things, right? Let me wait. Successfully this is launched, okay, and we can check this launch and all, right, initialization request and all. And this is next step, you want to create a load balancer. I will explain in the next video, because I am covering topic wise, right? I have covered AWS organization playlist, AWS IAM, AWS S3, and one and two more resources is pending. This is the web server, and this is the public IP I'm talking about. This public IP will not come if we have disabled that subnet level start of the this and EC2 instance, and this is called private IP, okay. And if you want to attach the right IAM role, okay, and this is IAMDS v2. This is DevOps perspective, this is very good, right? How to call specific tagging metadata of EC2 instance, okay. So I will create a video, but later on. AMI name, disable protection, one it's tags, like allow tags in instance metadata is disabled if you can enable, so you need to search this one as well, right? It will be an interview type of the, okay. We have some tags, right? And inside this is tags I want to use through the metadata script, so this should be enabled, like tags, this need to be enabled, and I am this v2 session. I will not going many more because my part is VPC only, but I am covering interview perspective these things, right? This will I think help you a lot being a beginner L1 and L2 as well. Okay, we are waiting for running, so status check is not coming yet. This is the status instance, yes, yeah, this basically system status checks and instance status check. Instance okay, whatever you are running, this it's okay. System status checks, it will like all the system where we this is going to launch, right? And this is the things, right, need to be checked, and inside the system all these things is running or not, right? This need to be checked. Okay, and I will explain more about the monitoring and all, right. You need to enable monitoring, specific, configure CloudWatch agent, manage more. CloudWatch agent basically we need to use in AWS cloud for monitoring. Okay, default matrices is this, right. Memory matrices is, sorry, we are not going to go for security perspective. This is my lab and all, right. Networking perspective, this is the networking, right. VPC ID, subnet ID, secondary IP address. If you assign secondary IP address, it will come here, right. Availability zone, which availability zone? Yes, East 1B. This is launched. Network interface, right. This is the network interface. If multiple IP, so here you can see, right, IP address. This is VPC. And one more thing, right, manager. Okay. Okay, let's wait, right. Let me, okay, this is 2 by 2. It is coming. So our exact we have this, right, public subnet, private subnet, public subnet attached with this, private subnet attached with this, and internet gateway also created, but it is not attached with route table. No route add with internet gateway. So right now the situation, we cannot able to take remote of this server because there is no internet gateway attached with public route table, and even there is no internet accessibility. So let me show you how. So we have this, we need to launch, I think putty is not coming. My putty is, okay, download. This is the, right, where is coming, right, host. SSH key selection is not coming. Let me stop for a moment. Okay guys, I have downloaded, and let me copy this public IP, right. Download it as new one, and here this is my IP, right, and this is the credential. Browse the private key file. This is, and we are going to do. So what happened, this is, I'm not able to take remote. People will ask, right, we have launched an EC2 instance and we are not able to take. What is the root cause, okay, in the AWS? So we simply say there is no internet accessible for a specific subnet where our EC2 instance is getting launched. So people will ask, what next? So next is this, we have to attest internet gateway entries in the route table where our subnet is association. So we are going to do same thing, okay, over the AWS. Okay, now it is the where we were, right. So route table, right. So we did not attach any entry. Okay, so what we need to attach? Routes, public route table, because our EC2 instance is launched inside this, right. Sorry, this subnet, and we need to edit route, and what we need to do, add route 0, any, like any 0 by 0, I mean whoever coming. 0 by 0 means anyone, anybody, public. From whom, by which this go through. Okay, by which internet gateway. What is the name of internet gateway? IGW lab. This is the we created, no? Okay, let me go. Sorry, I haven't added yet. This is IGW and I just need to save. So what happened? We have provided internet accessibility to the subnet, and same subnet we have same subnet. While we are going to launch any EC2 instance, we attach this subnet. Okay, if you are not able to recall right now, so just go back and see this subnet we have attached. Now our error is coming. Okay, so we just need to do same restart. Yeah, we just need to click restart session. Let's see. Okay, this is inactive. Duplicate session. It's coming. I think we have added properly. Yes. Routes we need to check. Yes. This is active. ICW 000. Okay. Let me go again. Network timeout. We just need to do again this. Yeah. Search. Credential. Private key file we need to browse. Open. But we are not able to still connect. Just let me know what. Because I have created this. Okay. Still we are not able to connect. Why? We have attached the route table internet, right? We have attached now inside the route head. Now subnet has an internet accessibility, but still I am not able to access. Why? This is also an interview question. Because there is no inbound rule. Wait, like secure any EC2 instance only accessible when security group this security group allowed inbound. Okay, you got it. Inbound rule we need to allow. You have a two things, right? What I need to allow? SSH port. If you want to do any Linux server, allowed by 00 any IP, allow by any IP. Okay, save. Now 22 port is allowed. Again we are trying. Okay, just need to do restart. And now we need to accept, and by default user is EC2. Okay guys, what we learned so far: security group is a firewall for EC2 instance. Okay, I hope you got it. Security group rule is firewall for EC2 instance because this is attached with EC2, and it has, we have added 22 port need to be allowed by the space source IP. I mean I do not have any public IP, so I have allowed anyone, and this is not a use case for production. We do not allow this publicly accessible of 22 port. Okay, so we have to allow a specific IP, right? So now we are able to access what we learned here, two things, right? If you have a internet accessibly, internet gateway is allowed properly in the public route table, still if you are not able to access your EC2 instance, so you have to allow security group rule 22 port. Okay, hope till now this is clear. Guys, it is a little bit lengthy video, but I will cover entire things, right? So right now we are coming back. Security group allowed, this is allowed, internet gateway allowed. If we haven't allowed internet gateway rule in public route table, and then we are not able to do that, right? Now we are going to detach this. No, we are not going to do this because already discussed. So EC2 is complete, security group is complete, and security group next part is done, right? Outbound access, right? Like if you want, like in ingress we are going to access. If you want to like allow outbound access, by default in our production outbound already is not allowed like this, right? Outbound like 80 port only, not 80 HTTPS. Okay, this traffic only allowed. Okay, web server basis, only this traffic allowed by anyone. So make sure not all traffic here right now is, this is the rule like this, right? All traffic, no, only outbound need to be allowed HTTPS. And if you want to allow outbound access, right, uh, MySQL, MS SQL, so you need to allow from which IP you need to access. Okay, like this. Okay, if you want to allow any other port and all. So this is for demo perspective, but you can take care in production. Outbound access need to be allowed only what is exactly we needed. Okay, inbound access we have completed 22 port, but this should be allowed by specific public IP, not publicly. This is means wide access. This is a security concern, okay, for production scenarios. Okay, okay guys, let me stop for a moment. Okay guys, now we have to ACL, okay, network access control list. So network access control list scenario, network access like security group is specific to EC2 instance, not subnet. Hope you understood. But this access control list work on subnet level. Like if you have denied, which we have allowed in security group 22 port, we have denied subnet level, so we are not able to access. So let's see that. Okay, so what is the, again I'm creating, if you have security group 22 port is allowed, then we are able to access right now, just back 5 minutes back. Okay, but we have allowed in security group level, but still I do not want to allow. Okay, so how do we do that? We have to disallow 22 port at public subnet level. If you want to allow any port at subnet level, okay, so we can use access control list. Okay, so let's go for that. Right now we have allowed inbound to 22 port, but still I do not want like this. If I have allowed security group, but still I want to block this subnet level, so go for VPC. Okay, I will show you right now. Right now you are able to access. Okay, you can say duplicate session EC2 hyphen user. You are going to take right now, but I will disallow right now. Okay, so we will not able to take the same thing, right? Let's see. It is a ACL. ACL work at subnet level. So we need to create a ACL. Deny SSH access subnet. Basically you are not giving subnet label. So basically what this EC2 instance is launched inside the subnet give, okay. But if we want to deny subnet label, so whatever the resources is launched as subnet label, they will not, we will not allow, right? So okay, so that's why you, if you are a beginner, so you, it's, you have some challenge, you can just comment in this video, I will explain. So this rule need to be created VPC lab, create subnet, create ACL, sorry, deny SSH. So I said subnet. So subnet need to be attached inside that. Okay. First we need to attach subnet. So public subnet I need to attach because this rule impacted in public subnet. Save changes. Okay. But what I deny? What I deny? Add new rule. SSH na? SSH source IP deny. Save changes. 1. So preference given first. So right now what we did, inbound access we have denied SSH. Right now we have, where, which level we have denied? Subnet association. Okay, which subnet? This subnet. And in this subnet we have launched our EC2 instance. Okay, so go for that again. What I did that, if I am going duplicate session, now it will not connect. I will show you, it will not connecting. I am just removing right away this rule. Okay, inbound rule. Right now it will still not connected. Okay, so going for network error. Okay, I am again restart and edit inbound, remove, save changes. Okay, this is not coming. Okay, this is not coming. Okay, network error. Let me do once more, restart session, if it will come, right? Inside this, basically it's lost the session, so we can do here, duplicate session. Okay, so I think it is disabled the entire session, no? I think seems so. Let me do in front of you. I think we haven't deleted it. Okay, let me say check once again. Deny SSH. Inbound rule. Again. Oh, actually all traffic is already in place now. It is not allowed right now. So this, I mean by default all traffic denied. So I just need to add a rule. Okay. You are not able to understand, I know, if you are a beginner. So what I did that, right now I'm not able to access, so I have attached the subnet. So what is the default rule in inbound? Everything is denied. Okay, that's why I'm not able to access. Again and again it is coming the error. Okay, okay, now I need to allow, sorry, my mistake. By default is everything denied. Okay, ACL, but I need to allow SSH. Okay, and it is allowed. This is first preference, save change. Okay, now this is allowed. and if I'm going to create duplication, it will prompt you, but it is not prompting you. Why? Okay, I think I did. Okay, let me see. Might be this is disconnecting. Yeah. Okay. Hmm. Actually, by default, it is allowed now. When I changed this, right? So I need to disconnect all windows because session lost through this, right? So they are not able to make the state call. I think this is the problem issues. Okay, hold for a moment, not hold for a moment. Okay, let me do. Sorry. J2 instance details copy. Let me do once more. Okay, right now we have allowed. Okay, open. Hold for a moment. Hello, all. Actually, problem is this, right? By default, if we are going to create now, so ACL is default ACL is created for our this VPC, right? So I have found out this issue, right? So this is our VPC. So for this VPC, for all subnet, we I think this is new ACL is released, right? This is the ACL already default. This is default means by default it is created when we did, and I checked. So both subnet is associated. So I if I am going to edit here, so it will not allow me to edit, right? Okay. So what I did, what I need to make the changes right now. I'm telling you. Let me do. Okay. Right now we did not associate any EC2 hyphen user. Okay. Right now we are able to take. So I have deleted what ACL I have made. So I need to create a ACL first. Okay. So secure SSH deny SSH access for public for public subnet. Okay. So we just need to create this SSH and allow this VPC lab. So little bit I think they modified this access, right? So I need to allow inbound rule, right? By default in ACL everything is denied and outbound rule is denied. So we need to allow outbound rule first. Okay, every outbound rule, all traffic, I would say 100 and allow. So outbound for this ACL I have allowed everything, but inbound I have denied like 22 port, I would say SSH. So by default is everything is allowed, right? Okay, but I want like SSH need to be denied, specifically deny. I will show you this demo. Basically ACL rule work on subnet level, and we showed you back security group rule. Basically we have allowed security group rule 22 port, but I would like to deny this, right? Okay, as ACL level. Okay, so same thing I am doing. Okay, if you want to deny this now, so we will not reach right now. Okay, let's see. I have denied, but there is no subnet. So I would like to attach subnet with this ACL na? Then it will be coming on the like this will show the impact, right? This will come into the impact, right? This will come into the effect, right? So how we will do that? So directly na, this default subnet we do not have to editable facility for default subnet only. So they are denied, right? So what we need to do, going to the subnet itself, public subnet I need to edit, right? Basically this feature I see, and I'm telling you edit network ACL. So this is coming default one. I would need to select my one. Okay, so now I have selected my one and allowed. Okay, so right now I am doing effect is denied, right? So it will not able to log in. Okay, it will not able to log in. Why? I have denied this ACL. How? Right now let me show you network ACL. Right now this is our, right? This is our, and we have associated this one subnet. So it's coming this subnet. Outbound is allowed everything. We have by default ACL is deny everything. So we have allowed is a 100 port rule, allow, okay, in front of you. And inside this ACL I have denied this, right? 22. So by default it is denied. If we are not adding this rule, if we are not adding this rule, this is also like deny, everything is deny. Okay, right now it is showing your error. Let me show you. This is not. If we are again going to restart and then wait, this next pop-up, okay, it will come to the hold for a moment and then I start it. Pop-up is coming again, network connection timeout. Okay, I'm not going to, I will click in front of you. Let me allow the 22 port first. Okay, so everything is denied, and I would need add rule SSH. This is, I can make it 90, and this is allowed, right? Now I need to able to access, right? So go again here, this, okay, I just need to restart a duplicate session. Again coming. So ACL is impacted. People will ask this question in interview, how can you edit default ACL? This is L3 level, because this specific question is L2 and L3. For L1 and beginner level, they just need to understand this concept only. Okay, for L1 and beginners, AWS freshers. So this is the scenario, guys. We need to do the ACL impact. I hope our ACL is fine. If we allow this subnet level, so it will automatically deny port access. Even security group is allowed. Okay, so this will override security group rules. Okay, so preference given first network ACL. If people will ask, access part preference given first ACL or security group rules, so answer should be ACL, network ACL. Okay, because we have allowed security group rule is 22. We have allowed 22 in ACL. So ACL given the first preference. If we have denied ACL, so ACL given the first preference. So denied means denied. Okay. We are going to like net gateway, for net gateway, right? Okay. Oh, sorry. Oh, it is printed. Okay. This net gateway, we do have a like I would say net gateway when we need to use net gateway, right? So this is the like concept when we used to like when net gateway is required. If we do not have, let me show you. I hope this is where exits really are clear. like ping google.com. So we have a access of the internet right now. Okay, why this is what happened? Control C. Okay, ping is not allowed. Yeah, this is also an interview. By default, we are not able to access ping. Okay, this is also needed, right? So, like inbound, we have everything. Ping we need to allow, right? Here itself. Okay, so let me show ping. All ICMPF4, right? It's allowed 100 because I have to allow this ACL, right? First, and then go for the security group as well. So inbound access need to be allowed, right? Add ICMP everyone. This is also allowed. Okay, can we ping directly to the servers like this? What I get it? Now this is will come, right? Okay, answer will be in this question also, right? So ICMP port need to be allowed only, then we can able to ping the servers or AWS. This is also an interview question. Okay, in front of you. I hope I have answered your query, right? And I hope I have explained very well this video. And now we are coming back to NAT gateway. NAT gateway basically, like we are getting now ping output and all, right, we are able to access something. But if this is the private subnet, then how we can do that, right? So we are going to launch one more instance in private subnet, and let's see the demo. For private subnet, I am just going to stop EC2 part, launching a EC2 part, and I will show you. Okay, I'm just stopping, and I will not, basically I have covered EC2 launch in public subnet, so I'm not going to cover this right now. Okay, let me stop.